everyone, welcome to Spurs News. Let's get to it. Today's video is about the predictions of game week 2. Please don't forget to join our league. You can look at the description below and click on the link and join us for the Fantasy League football. And remember, if you win this season, we will have a great prize for you. I don't want to say what the prize is. I'm going to keep it as a secret, or let's say a surprise. Let's start with the predictions for this week. The first game up is no other than the first game that's going to be played, of course. What else could it be, huh? Let's spur our way to glory before we start the predictions. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your predictions to the games in the Premier League for game week number 2. Okay, Everton versus West Brom. Okay, I mean, Everton did win against the Spurs, and that wasn't easy for them, I'm sure, because they broke a record that has been against them for around 40 games. It's not easy, I'll tell you right now. History always repeats itself, but in that case, they have broken the history records and shattered them and won against us. Just a disappointment. Anyways, Everton versus West Brom. I think Everton is going to win by 3-goal difference or 2, because Ancelotti has got it spot on, and he knows exactly what he's doing, with James Rodriguez being at the center of his jigsaw that he formed at Everton. Let me know what you think. Who is going to win that game? It's the first game tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. In, let's say, Western and Eastern Europe. But in game time, or in the US, if you're watching it in the US, it's going to be 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, the second game is Leeds United versus Fulham. This is going to be a very difficult game, but I think their coach, Leeds United coach, is very impressive. Bielsa, if I'm saying it correct. He's going to shatter Fulham. We've seen how good he played against Liverpool. They have given them a game to... They fought hard to get these 3 points. I'm telling you right now. They had to fight very hard to get the 3 points from Leeds United. So I'm going to tip Leeds United to win the game by a 2-goal difference. Let me know what you think about that. Do you think Leeds United have the power to beat Fulham and get their first 3 points in the league? Game and the most impressive tomorrow. I think it's going to be Manchester United that's going to break the record and score some good goals tomorrow, because Crystal Palace are still suffering from a coma, I think, because they haven't had any great additions this summer. But Man United did have some. And the most impressive addition they've made this summer was Ajax midfielder Van de Beek, that we were interested in at Tottenham Hotspurs. Let me know who you think is going to win. I think it's going to be closer than the other games. So it's going to be a little bit more competitive. So I'll give them a 3-1 win, or a 3-2 if they are going to be shaky at defense. The last game on Saturday is the Arsenal-West Ham. It's going to be a derby, London derby. It's going to be a very competitive game. I know West Ham are struggling. They're not at their best right now. But Arsenal are enjoying some kind of revival under their new manager, Arteta. So I'm going to tip them to win the game. And of course, I think Arsenal are going to win by a 2-goal difference, given the fact that West Ham are suffering in defense. Not to say that Arsenal aren't, but Arsenal are getting the parts together to put it in an impressive season. And Arteta has won some cups at the club already. So I will tip them at the Spurs News to win by a 2-goal difference. So let us know what you think. The most anticipated game at the Spurs News is, of course, Southampton against Tottenham Hotspurs. It's going to be played at 2 p.m. lunchtime, Eastern European time. So if you are in the United States, you're looking at a 7 a.m. kickoff. So to get up if you're a Spurs fan, but you would do anything you can to watch a potential Gareth Bale debut, or Reguilón as well. Reguilón as well. So let us know what you think and who is going to win this game. This game is gonna be the highlight of the episode. So stay till the end so we can tell you a little bit more about this game. So let's move on. The next game up is at 4 p.m. Eastern European time, and we're talking about 7. Oh, not 7. We're talking about 11 a.m. kickoff at the Eastern Standard Time in the United States. And this game is going to be Newcastle Brighton. Newcastle Brighton is going to be a game to watch because they're equally competitive and they're equally balanced in terms of in positioning and maybe even ability. So I'm going to tip Newcastle to win because of their impressive start against West Ham. And Callum Wilson's looking pretty decent for them. But I know Brighton has very good defenders. Very good defenders. And don't forget, they have one of the best dribblers in the league with Trossard on the team. So this game could go either way, but we will tip Newcastle at the Spurs News to win that game by 1 goal difference. Let us know what you think. Game week number 2 highlight game, of course, for everyone is going to be Chelsea-Liverpool. Yoo-hoo! I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. This is a game that's going to be kicking off at 6:30 p.m. I can't wait to watch that game, even though I'm not a Chelsea or a Liverpool fan. This kickoff is 6:30 p.m. here. All right. It's going to be played at 11:30 a.m. U.S. time. So, if you are a soccer fan of any kind, you would try to make it and watch this game. It's going to be an impressive game. They're both equally balanced now with the acquisitions they've made, both Liverpool and Chelsea. Chelsea has made many acquisitions during the summer. Timo Werner is one of them and one of the most impressive attackers around Europe. Not only that, Hakim Ziyech is one impressive midfielder as well, attacking midfielder. And then another player that's very, very good that I've seen join Liverpool is Thiago Alcantara. Oh my God, for 20 million only. I don't know why we weren't jumping on that deal. Oh, it's just crazy to me. Anyways, that being said, I think both teams are going to go for it, and I think even though Chelsea might be very enticing to win, are enticing me to push them to win the game, but I think Liverpool are just gonna edge. They just have a little bit more edge to win that game. They're a complete team. I mean, there are no weaknesses, to be honest. So let us know what you think. I think Mohamed Salah is gonna be impressive. Mane and Van Dijk. Van Dijk was shaky in defense last game, but I think he's gonna get it together for this game. The game that's going to be played at 9 p.m. Eastern European time, 1 p.m. in the United States, is going to be Burnley to Leicester City. So, both very good teams, but Burnley more playing direct and focusing on the strength of their defenders. And everybody knows Sean Dyche likes to play high balls, and there's nothing more English than this team. And I think Burnley is an English complete team. But I think Leicester City have the edge with their impressive Vardy. And I think their Turkish defender, Sushlo, is one heck of a defender. So, and Evans is also very good. So I think I'm going to tip Leicester to win, but it could be very, very tough. And I'm going to say 1 goal difference for Leicester City. And Monday we have a game against Aston Villa, Sheffield United. Okay, Aston Villa survived barely to stay in the Premier League. And they've done great in the market, at least by keeping their star player, Grealish. So, they have momentum right now. But, oh my boy, Sheffield United is one impressive team. They showed how good they are when they beat Spurs 3-0. I mean, that 3-1, I think. 3-1. So Sheffield is not to be taken lightly. I think Sheffield are going to shred them apart. And I think it could be 2 to 3 goal difference for Sheffield United. All right, last game is Wolves Man City. Yeah, Wolves is a good team, very good team in fact. They missed on the top 6 barely to Tottenham Hotspurs. But that being said, Man City has addressed one of their weaknesses, which is their defense, and brought in an impressive defender from Bournemouth. So, that being said, I think Man City is going to take it away, and they're going to win by a 2 to 3 goal difference, just because of the speed they have. And of course, they have a team that they have been able to maintain and grow with time, and they have built that culture of winning that Wolves might not have built yet with Nuno Espirito Sanchez. Let me know what you think. These are our predictions for this game week number 2. Let's focus on the game that is the highlight of this channel, which is Tottenham Hotspurs versus Southampton. And the game is as follows. We think the lineup for that game is going to be as follows. Hugo Lloris, the French cock, is going to be in Rooster. I don't want to say cock. French Rooster is going to be is going to be the goalkeeper. I think left back, if Rogoyon is complete and ready to start, he's going to probably start as a left back. We've seen Ben Davies being weak at times and made some mistakes. I think Alderweireld is going to come back to defense, and I hope Dyer gets dropped. But if not, Dyer will be plus Sanchez. If Dyer is dropped, it's going to be Sanchez and Alderweireld. And then as a right back, of course, nobody else is going to take that right back position except for Doherty. All right, in the center midfield or CDM midfield position, I think Pierre or Moussa Sissoko are going to play there. We're going to go for Pierre, and then maybe up top, if Mourinho would allow himself to break his ego, he will go for Tanguy Ndombele, and Dele Alli will come to play up top the diamond. And then Harry Kane, of course, is going to start because we have no other option to play at that position as an attacking player. On the right-hand side winger, we had predicted Bergwijn for last game, and he did start, actually. So I think Eric Lamela might be given the green light to start this game just because he wants to rotate and have some breathing for the other players. But it could be also Lucas Moura. But I think Eric Lamela is going to start as a right midfield or right winger. And then left winger is going to be Heung-min Son, no one other than him. I think he can switch it up a little bit in the second half and bring in Sessegnon and Lucas Moura or Bergwijn. That being said, okay, who's going to win the game? We think no one else other than Tottenham Hotspur is going to win the game. It's going to be a difficult game. It could be very close to be a 1 or 2 goal difference. So it's going to be a 1-0 or a 2-1. I think at the Spurs news is going to be the more realistic or the most realistic result, given the fact we had to play midweek and given the fact that we are still not at our top form yet. So let us know what you think about this. Give us your game predictions. Thank you for watching the Spurs News. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below your predictions. Please don't forget to join our Fantasy League Football for Game Week 2 to win some prizes at the end of the season. Spurs News, tracking down every detail. Transfer news, every gossip, every finished move. Game predictions,
analyzing a given WAFA score.
lineup predictions,
Figuring out what's Mourinho's next move.